everybody, Katie's vlog channel, Katie Camera here. I'm gonna take you on a DoorDash run. I'm doing 8:30 to midnight tonight. It's a little bit difficult for me to DoorDash at night sometimes, to show video at night, because I don't have two phones. I don't have one where, you know, it can give me adequate lighting, but I'll try to edit it so that you guys can see me more. I'm waiting for an order right now. It's so hot here in Minnesota, USA. I am a full-time dasher, in case anybody doesn't know. And this is my vlog channel, Katie's vlog channel. I vlog daily life stuff and also my door dashing runs. You have to excuse me, I'm driving at the same time. And I'm trying to get used to, this is a brand new channel. I'm trying to get used to the idea of filming and door dashing at the same time. Which I'm not used to doing. I just started doing that like last year, because I just started door dashing last year, part-time since July last year, August last year, and then I started doing it full-time since January, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I feel like I could be a roadie. But I don't know if I can do the nomad lifestyle full-time. Maybe part-time, because I need to have a home base. I really do. I have all these art supplies and paintings and a piano, and you know, that I inherited from my parents that I grew up playing. I played piano since I was 7, and what do you call it? I also have another page another channel called Veil 2 Artistry, VEIL number 2 Artistry. That's my art channel. And that's where I do my showcase my art, show and sell my art, and I showcase my piano playing and practicing. I've practiced more off than on since I became an adult, but I'm trying to get back into it again. And so I am trying to monetize both of my channels. Like, I just opened up this channel months ago, and I originally wanted to have it be Katie the Minnesota Dasher / Honda Fit Camper, but I thought maybe I'd just turn it into my vlog channel, and then have my Veil 2 Artistry be showcasing my art. And so I think I have a pretty unique life and issues and okay, so this one is for $7.40 for 6 miles, which means like 2 miles to the place and probably 4 miles.
Turn left onto Town Center Drive. Then, in 400 feet, turn left.
Like 2 miles to the merchant and then 4 miles to the customer. And sorry, you're gonna hear me, my DoorDash lady.
Turn left onto Denmark Avenue. Then turn left.
Because I don't have another phone that I can use while I'm filming for YouTube. But I'm going to take you on more dash runs, because a lot of people seem to like those since I'm a full-time dasher. And I got to get used to filming and YouTubing and dashing anyways. And so let me know if you guys also want me to do snapshots of the orders, because I know a lot of dashers do that, but sometimes it's hard to, because they come so quickly, and oftentimes, you know, I get distracted by what I'm doing, and I just hit the accept button right away. But I will try to do that if that's what you guys want, because another new subscriber, I've got 4 subscribers now. Yay! Wanted me to
turn left onto Yankee Doodle Road, County Route 28. Then take the Interstate 35 North Ramp.
Got it. Okay. Well, then plus you guys will get to know where I DoorDash in Minnesota too, with her giving me, the DoorDash lady giving me directions.
Take the Interstate 35 North Ramp.
That's a main highway, 35E North. Anyways, so this one's $7.40 for 6.
In 1.5 miles, drive west on Interstate 35E North. In 1.5 miles, take exit 99AB.
So where was I before I was distracted? So yeah, typically I would do longer hours, but on Tuesdays and Wednesdays it's kind of slow. It's like my weekend days, so I mostly only just DoorDash for 4 hours. usually later in the evening because it's so hot out. Oh my God. It's been like in the 80s, upper 80s and 90s in Minnesota. I'm in the south suburbs of St. Paul. And so it's been really hot this year. I had a feeling because we had a really cold and snowy winter, in a long winter, so I had a feeling it's going to be extreme like this. But anyways, I'm going to show you what I do, how I DoorDash, because one of my subscribers said she wants to know, she's a new dasher, and she wanted to know how I dashed, what I did, what I do, and, you know, take people more on my day.
In a half mile, take exit 99AB onto Interstate 494 West.
As best to my ability as I can, and so, excuse me, it'll be a fun adventure.
Take exit 99AB.
I know I'm not the only DoorDasher out there on YouTube land, but we all have our own.
In a quarter mile, keep left to take Interstate 494 West.
We all have our own dashing territories. And
keep left to take Interstate 494 West.
We all dash in different states and different cities, so it helps with.
In a quarter mile, keep right to take exit 99B onto Interstate 494 West.
New dashers where they want to dash, and so typically on a full schedule, 8-hour schedule.
Keep right to take exit 99B.
In Minnesota, in the south suburbs, I dash typically.
Continue for 3 miles.
South suburbs of St. Paul, like Eagan, Apple Valley, Burnsville area, I typically make about 190 a day if I work a full 8-hour shift. If I work a 4-hour shift, usually I work 4 or 5 hours on my weekend days. I make about 120, 130. So yeah, it's pretty fruitful here. So what I do basically is, for any new dashers out there, what you do to get on DoorDash, to be a dasher, get the Dasher app. And then you have to have car insurance, and typically, like Minnesota, you have to pick car insurance that also caters to DoorDashers and Uber drivers and, you know, people that deliver, because in case you get into an accident or you run into a customer's car in the driveway or parking lot, you're covered. That's basically what it's for. You have to have your car insurance. You have to be, you know, have all your car, you know, things, tabs current, license, and no prior DUIs or criminal, you know, extensive criminals. They do criminal background checks. So get yourself on the app, go through the application process, and you will start out as a silver. No, you start either. It's been a while. I've been Platinum Status since February, January. So I've been. I think you start either gold or silver or gold. I think you go from silver to gold, and then you go to platinum. And when you get to when you start off in the beginning, you go up levels. And typically, when you first start out, you get lower paying offers. You can't schedule yourself always right on the bat. You have to sometimes wait for other dashers ahead of you that have Platinum Status. You can't always go in the areas that you want because it's really seniority takes first, and then gold and silver tiers. They get, you know.
In 1 mile, take exit 1AB.
They get the lesser paying offers. That's all it is, and you just work your way with how many orders you get. You know, if you get a certain amount of orders and you don't get any contract violations, and okay, contract violations can be disputed. It doesn't mean you're going to get fired. Don't freak out about it.
In a half mile, take exit 1AB onto Minnesota 5 East toward 34th Avenue.
At least not right away. I mean, unless you get a really bad contract violation and they dispute it and the customer wins, you might end up losing your job. And once you get deactivated from DoorDash as a dash,
Take exit 1AB.
you can't reapply again. It's just like getting fired from a regular job. You can't go back and work.
In a quarter mile, keep left to take exit 1B toward 34th Avenue.
So far, I've had 4 contract violations.
Keep left to take exit 1B.
They were all disputed, and they all won because they were customers that said they never...
In a half mile, keep left to take 34th Avenue South.
Or they got the wrong order, and it was either the merchant's fault, or they were lying and they were trying to get money off of DoorDash. So DoorDash does have our back most of the time. A lot of the time. And I'll tell you a couple of stories where I've kind of freaked out and, you know,
keep left to take 34th Avenue South toward National Wildlife Refuge Visitor Center, Mall of America.
Yeah, we're going by Mall of America, folks. When I come back from my dash, I'll show you guys Mall of America. For those of you that are not in
a quarter mile, turn right onto American Boulevard East.
Right now, I got to concentrate on my customer and where I'm going. I'm just going to tell you my, you know, how I dashed, how I got started dashing, and so basically, in order to get to Platnum Status, you just do really good. Try not to decline many orders. Get in all the orders that you can, as many orders that you can. Do a good job. Most of the time, it's no contact, so you're pretty safe from customers. Customers are safe from us. I mean, there's few where they're hand it to customer, and generally people are very nice and very appreciative. I have yet to have a mean customer, you know, that made me feel bad or anything like that. You get those orders in, and then you work your way up to...
Turn right onto American Boulevard East.
And so far, like I said, I've been in Platinum Status. It's pretty easy to start dashing.
In 800 feet, turn left onto 33rd Avenue South.
And at first I thought I couldn't do this. There's no way I could do this, you know.
Turn left onto 33rd Avenue South.
I gotta pay attention to where I'm going. I'll come back to you with that thought. Okay, so I lied. It was actually $7.95 for six something miles, which isn't too bad. Alrighty, let me get my butt out there. Back out to my zone. I decided not to stay in Bloomington, Minnesota, which is where I went to, because my order was, because I don't like going into the Mall of America to get my customers' orders, and that's where a lot of my orders would come from, just because simply parking is awful. And I don't like having to go all the way and walking through the mall to get my... Oh, I guess I'm not going to be passing the Mall of America on my way back, but sometime I'll show you guys, to those of you who are not in Minnesota, never been to the Mall of America, I'll show you what it looks like on the outside. I haven't been to Mall of America myself in a number of years, actually. I rarely ever go. So I'm heading back to my zone now. And basically zones are little regions within the state where you can DoorDash, and it's like usually a cluster of cities or one city where most of your dashing orders will come from. And I like dashing in my area specifically because usually the tips are pretty good, and they're pretty high. Because Eagan, Apple Valley, Burnsville area are kind of ritzy neighborhoods, or they're well-to-do neighborhoods. They're suburbs, basically. But although I do get pretty high-paying orders in St. Paul, too. The city of St. Paul, which I love dashing in. I go to St. Paul a lot, too. It's just pretty steady. And so basically, that is how you get started dashing. That's how I started dashing. And before I was dashing full-time, I was working in an office at FedEx. I was doing contracting. I was a temporary contract worker, and so I would be doing data entry for FedEx shipping center, and I was just miserable. It was a good job. It was paying $19 an hour. But it was close to home, you know, literally like down one highway for like 5 minutes. And but I was miserable. I was sitting in the office and just bored out of my mind doing the same things for a year. I did it for a year. I don't know how I did it for a year, but I did it for a year. But it was a good company. They were great people to work for. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better temp job too, because I've had some really crappy ones where the work was great, but the people were crappy, treated me like crap, and that's why I chose to do DoorDash full time, because I got tired of being put in these jobs where I was being treated like crap, you know, and a lot of jobs were treating me like crap and trying to get me fired and competition, and you don't feel that with DoorDash. You know, you're basically an independent contractor. You're independent. You're a 1099 worker, and that's what you are. You're an independent worker. So I hope I've given enough good information. They don't have health insurance, but they have offers that they can give you a lower health insurance. You know, through the website and the app, you know, and stuff. They don't have their own health insurance, but you're going to still have to go and get your own health insurance. And they also do offers like where you can get cheap car insurance and stuff like that. I think they do. I haven't really looked through the app yet. I mean, as far as the website goes. And being that you mostly get your earnings through tips, there's no tax through tips. So this is my first year doing no tax for tips. Actual full-time 1099 insurance. So next year is going to be interesting to see my tax forms and how I'm going to be doing my taxes, and how much money I need to pay if I do pay any taxes, because they said no tax on tips. So you know, am I gonna be a tax-free worker? That's my question. So that's something I need to investigate, and I'll let you guys know as I investigate this too. And I have a pretty decent car. It's an oldie. It's a 2010 Honda Fit. Honda Fits run forever. Hondas run forever. It's a 10-gallon gas tank, so it's a pretty decent expense, economical car. I'm short. I'm 4'11", a petite, and I could see over the steering wheel, which really helps. You want to be comfortable in your car. You want to have heat. You want to have air conditioning, because you're going to be in your car most of the time. And if you like driving like I do, you're going to love DoorDashing. I love it. I love being out in the Okay, so I got Chipotle for $6 and something cents for 4 something miles. I made the screenshot of it, so I'll put that out there. And I made a screenshot after my previous first order so that you guys can see how much I actually made and how many miles I went. So I caught that. And then yeah, so basically I've been doing DoorDash full time since January. I quit my temp job. You know, I quit on good terms. You know, I said I can't do this anymore. I'm bored out of my mind, and I need something new. And I've been doing DoorDash for
Turn left onto Northwood Parkway.
Part-time, and I want to try to do it full-time. And you know, they even asked if I could apply for being a shipping FedEx delivery person, but I said I would not be able to lift most of those packages.
Continue for a half mile.
And DoorDash, it's mostly light. If you don't do shopping, which I have not done yet, and I would let you guys know how that goes if I ever do shopping. Most of the
in a quarter mile, enter the roundabout and take the third exit onto Denmark Avenue.
Most of the orders are light, and they're even the heavy restaurant orders and stuff. And I
enter the roundabout and take the third exit onto Denmark Avenue.
I'm not physically fit. I'm overweight. If anything, I'm a chubby shorty. I'm a chubby petite.
Exit the round in a quarter mile. Turn left onto Yankee Doodle Road.
Hold that thought. Yeah, with a bad back. I have triple curve scoliosis, and I have all over arthritis, and I'm 52 years old, so go figure. I'm not going to be doing much shopping and dashing. I can guarantee you that, because I have weightlifting restrictions anyways. So yeah, so I do mostly restaurant and store pickup, and you know, like I've done a few drug prescription pickups for CVS. I've done no heavy lifting at all. And if there were any orders by happenstance that were heavy lifting, like I got one order one time for Home Depot that was like 2 large window panes, and I'm like, I can't do that. So you just decline. If you feel like you can't do the order, you just decline. It does take down your acceptance rate, you know, and you usually want to try to stay within the 90s or 100%, or, you know, at lowest 85%, because if you go below a certain percentage, you will be at risk at being deactivated and fired, because they think that you're not wanting to work, you're not wanting to pick up any orders. So I'm gonna go into the store here. I got Chipotle to pick up, and I'll see you in a bit.
You have arrived at 726 Saddlewood Drive.
So I hope I answered some of your questions that are new to my channel and want to know how I've been doing it for full time since January. And like I said, I went through winter storms, I went through spring, I went through 16 inches of snow in DoorDash, and actually that's what broke 2 of my catalytic converters and killed my exhaust. So I had to get like
Continue for 1.5 miles.
$1,700 put in that. My mom was fronting me that, plus 4 new tires, because when I got the car, apparently the tires were from 2019, and I needed to get brand new tires if I was going to be. I got all-season radio. You want to get all-season tires in your car, especially if you live in a all-season state, you know, where you get snow, rain, sleet, you know, whatever. So yeah, you want to get yourself, you want to cover yourself in your automobile if you want to do this long term. You want to make sure you have a very well working, maintained automobile. You want to make sure you get your oil changes every 3 months, because you're going to be on the road a long time. You're going to be on the road many hours, so you want to make sure you get all that stuff taken care of before and during while you're doing that, and have a safe car and be a safe driver. If something doesn't feel right to you, if the location doesn't feel right to you, you don't have to go.
In a half mile, turn right onto Elrine Road.
You can also, even if you pick up an order, even if you accept an order and you get to the store and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't think I can do this, you can decline. You can hit that question mark that's right on the top of the dasher screen. It's a question mark with the circle on it, around it, around it, and it'll take you to different options that you can do as to reasons why you
turn right onto Elrine Road.
All of a sudden want to decline your order that you've already accepted. I've done that a number of times, and it does lower your acceptance rate, but if you have a valid reason,
continue for 1 mile.
It can be a hassle-free, worry-free decline, and just be like, you know, even if it be, let's see here, hold on. Pretty port area. I just wanted to show you, instead of showing my face all the time, just a lot of pretty trees in my area in the suburbs. I'm in Eagan right now, so I'm trying to go find some gas. You will have to gas up a lot. while you're driving. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of being on the road a lot, and driving your own car for your job, using your own vehicle. Just make sure that you take good care of your car while you're door dashing, and then you'll be door dashing for years full time if you really enjoy this work, and I enjoy it. I get a lot of gratification with helping people get their food, I guess, in their orders, whatever it is. It's not always food. It's sometimes, like I said, prescription drugs. You can get car parts at O'Reilly's and places like that. Not all the time. Most of the time it's food. So, you see there's lots and lots of trees. It's very much like that. There's a lot of trees, a lot of woods in the suburbs, and lakes, man-made lakes. And one of my video blogs, I'll take you to a lake in a park that I like to go to a lot called Capone Art Park in Egan. Basically an artist's house and backyard that have acres of land that turn with woods and everything, that turn it into a sculpture park with trails and everything. It's really cool. So yeah, I gotta go find a gas station. Okay, y'all, I gotta cut this dash short. It's so freaking hot out. It's like still 90 degrees out. So I went to the Dollar Tree store and I got some sweets for, I know I shouldn't be, I'm diabetic, I'm type 2 diabetic, but for some reason after I DoorDash a whole shift, I get a massive sweet tooth. And I know I do eat fruit, I do eat healthy diabetic stuff, but sometimes you just gotta treat yourself. So we have a really massive Dollar Tree store here in Egan. So I went there, I got some gas. I got $11 of gas, which is basically a half a tank from almost almost an empty tank. So it's just so freaking hot. I gotta make $400 by Thursday. $409 actually, because I need to pay the rest of my rent, and my landlords are being so gracious about letting me pay my rent late, because this last month I've had to catch up on my electric bill. I have to start paying my mom back for the car. She agreed to help me pay my medical bills, and well, I'll show you my treat haul. Here you go. I got Snickers, I got Dots, I love Dots, Three Musketeers, Kit Kats, and Twix, and that's it. Then I'll go home and drink a ton of water. I did go grocery shopping earlier today at Aldi, and I got some 8 single cups of guacamole. They have really good guacamole. Some celery sticks, long celery shoots, and some miniature oranges, cuties, and some bread and mayonnaise and kato salami. I'm discovering I'm not liking meat so much anymore again. It's making me sick to my stomach. I'll tell you in another video, I had long COVID for parosmia. I got a bout of COVID in 2021, and from the second Pfizer shot, and I ended up with severe parosmia, which is everything smelled and tasted weird and funny and not right. Not the other one where it was loss of taste of sense of smell, which I would much rather have had. This is the one where everything smelled and tasted wrong, and I had an extreme aversion to meat. Like, meat smelled like rancid, like really bad, all meat, and I couldn't eat it. I could taste it, but it made me throw up. I couldn't even swallow it. I couldn't even be around it. I couldn't be around restaurants. I couldn't, even the air smelled wrong. It's just, I'll tell you guys a long story about it, but finally got that somewhat relieved, where everything now finally smelled, and that was from 2021 until just this past year, last year actually. So for 4 years I was a forced vegetarian and homebound and depressed because also while going through cancer and breast cancer and menopause. I mean, talk about when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? In my world. And it was awful. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to do a whole long video on that and what it was like for me. Yeah, it was awful. It was one of the worst years of my life, even worse than being institutionalized in my early 20s, at least. Well, it was very comparable to that. Because I felt trapped in my own home. I felt trapped in this psychotic world of everything smelling and tasting wrong. Like, nothing smelled and tasted right. Like, gas, like, fresh cut gas smelled like gas. Fresh cut grass smelled like gasoline. My armpit BO smelled like popcorn. My bowel movement smelled like egg rolls. I mean, it's just like, you know, and I couldn't tell if I smelled good or not half the time, because I couldn't even use deodorant, because that smelled like, I don't know, it smelled rancid. It just smelled awful. So yeah, that was a trip, and the only cure for that was aromatherapy, using oil essences, and having to smell different fragrances of that rigorously every day, all day, for months at a time, and changing those flavors, and using aromatherapy constantly in my home, like those plug-in scented things and things like that, which kind of tripped my olfactory nerve into working again, working correctly again. It was awful. My COVID doctor did say that at some point it could come back, where the aversion to meat might come back, but as long as my olfactory nerve is fixed, I should be okay. There's still some meats I can't eat, like I haven't eaten steak yet, and hot dogs taste kind of gamey to me. I'm afraid to eat bologna. I just bought a whole thing of cotto salami, and that kind of tasted bad to me. It tasted weird to me. So, long story short, I had to be a forced vegetarian for 4.5 years. Kind of sucked, but I got used to it. 4.5, 5 years actually. But I'm actually considering going back to vegetarian now. My body's been more used to me being vegetarian the last 5 years versus eating meat, and I've eaten meat my whole life, a lot of it, and almost a lot of different variations, except for shrimp and oysters and slimy seafood, up until I got COVID and it messed with my system. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head home because it's just too dang hot, and I'm tired, and I want to go home and sleep. I'm supposed to see my mom tomorrow. I haven't seen her in almost a month. She lives in Lakeville, Minnesota, which is just maybe 20 minutes away. But I've been dashing so much lately this last month for my rent and my bills that I haven't been able to see my family much, my mom. So I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I want to get a good night's sleep and make sure that I wake up in enough time to see her and hang out with her tomorrow. Anyways, so you guys have a good night. I hope I answered a lot of questions, and we'll go dashing more tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, Saturday, and also do more, life videos, and, touch base on my issues and all about me. So you'll get to know me a lot in these videos, and